What a reception for both players, but specifically Daryl Fitton. Here he goes, he's up against Vaes. What a noise here at Lakeside. Here are your commentators. I know they'll be looking forward to this one. John Rawling and Vasos Alexander, all yours, boys.
Always look forward to seeing Daryl in action, one of the most popular players on the BDO circuit, and given a rapturous reception as ever. He walked into the strains of madness. Big Daryl ranked number 11. He's actually a 33-to-1 shot for winning this. He's twice a semi-finalist, as you've heard, won the World Trophy last year and has 12 ranking titles to his name, and when he's in form he can be a formidable competitor.
First set, first leg is Daryl the first gamer.
Wouter Vaes, and I promise you, I've checked the pronunciation, it is that. Wouter as in outer, Vaes as in Keith, and he is the big outsider here. Daryl Fitton 4-to-1 on.
Yes, it's England against Holland for the first time on the hockey here this year, but just like Durant versus Kenny in our opener today, it's a seasoned Lakeside campaigner against the young debutant who's frankly got nothing to lose. Daryl Fitton playing for the 15th consecutive Lakeside, and for the 15th year in a row we're watching him do that.
Well, as I said, a tremendous player at his best, and what an emphasis that was. That's not lying well, so he's going to have to switch down the board, and that's not too clever either, but he's staying there. Oh, great dart.
2 ranking trophies for Daryl Fitton in 2016.
85.
Won the BDO World Trophy significantly on this stage.
I was there. Came home against Peter Machin in the World Trophy final. The Australian 65. Beat him 13-9. You know, when he made his debut back in 2003, he announced his presence there with a 1.64 checkout against, was it John Burton?
19 for double top for the opening leg of the match for Daryl Fitton.
76.
Well, Vaes can do this, 161, can't now with that 5.
17. Daryl Unicorn 14. Yeah, that's King Short in the first leg. Daryl Fitton. Second leg is Wouter the first.
So Fitton taking the opening leg.
97.
Nice cover shot. Fitton, big mate, of course, of Tony O'Shea. They do a lot of exhibition work together. Thick as thieves, great mates. If you fancy a night of socialising with those two, I can say from personal experience, be warned.
85.
Grand Slam Daryl Fitton played this year as well, of course. In Wolverhampton, had victories over Darren Webster and Ian White. Got to the quarterfinals of the World Masters here as well this year. Lost on that occasion to Scott Mitchell at that stage. Big Scott, a former champion who's in here performing once more, looking to regain his title. Darren Fitton's daughter's watching on, I am told.
Here we go again.
180.
He's on a mission. Second maximum already.
26.
And Vaes looks a little bit rattled. He's out with the washing at the moment. Oh, it's a brilliant setup.
40.
Now the question now is, will he go straight at it? The way he's throwing, you'd think that
58.
double 19 is very much on the wish list. Could go 6 double 16 and decides to double 16. So this is for 2-0.
6.
Vaes breathes again, but he's a long way back.
140.
More like it for the young man.
Uruguay 32.
32 then for 2-0.
Yeah,
Good
it's
dart.
been shot at a second line.
He was a
Daryl
first-round
Fitton.
loser last year,
Third leg is Daryl
beaten by
Fitton.
Dennis Harbour 3-2. That went to sudden death and missed us 6 darts for the match on that occasion. It's looking a different Daryl Fitton at the moment here. Started really strongly. Says he's been working really hard at his game. Practicing with Jimi Hendrix in the run-up to this. He's been staying with him. Good dart. Squeezed it in.
Wouter is one of 11 debutants and 6 Dutchmen in the men's draw. The last 2 debutants to win the title, incidentally, were both Dutchmen, Jelle Klaassen and Christian Kist. But Vaes made his television debut only last month.
55.
And it didn't go that well for him. Lost 5-1 and 5-1 in the group stages.
Raymond van Barneveld, of course, the most
93.
famous of all Dutchmen here. Danny Noppert, he's got a chance this year. He's going to be making his debut. He's certainly somebody not to be disregarded when you look at a list of potential champions here.
58.
Vaes just needs to get into this match and get into it pretty quickly.
60.
It's not good enough. Fitton closing in on the set.
Hasn't had a dart at a double yet, Wouter, and his scoring isn't great either. He's only averaging 74. Is this maximum number 3? Very nearly, unlucky. But a 140 leaves him 48 when he comes back.
96.
And you'd fancy that this is the moment that he's going to take this opening set. Vaes just hasn't settled into this match. Maybe finding the occasion a bit of a trial. Double 16 then for the set. That's a decent marker. Smallest of adjustments.
16.
Ooh, unlucky.
But Uruguay 111.
Well, this would settle the nerves. 19 for double 16. First dart at a double.
95.
Pretty close.
Uruguay 32.
Now Fitton knows he probably has to get this. This for a 3-0 opening set. Just above it, the double 8. Now across to the other side for double 4.
28.
Well, can't come a lot closer without getting him.
But he's missed 5 darts at a double now, this leg. Double 2 now for Vaes.
12.
Double trouble for the pair of them.
Daryl Uruguay 4.
Wry little smile from Daryl Fitton.
Yeah,
That's the
it's
one
game
he's
shot
looking
in the
for.
first set. Daryl
Come on,
Fitton.
his daughter's
Second
shout.
set, first
And he's
leg
taken
is
the
Vaes
first set
to
3-0.
Vaes. Game on.
I tell you what, he doesn't hang around.
59.
Wouter Vaes on debut on the Lakeside stage, perhaps he'd do well to just slow down a little bit. Daryl with all the stagecraft.
Whether that speed is serving him well. Daryl's one of those methodical sort of players, isn't he? He's very unflappable. Just gets up there and does what he does. That's more like it. A lot of the Dutch players are quick. Notably, I suppose, Jelle Klaassen. Michael van Gerwen, both very, very sharp on the hockey, and this is another quicker one. Wouter Vaes had a win against Glen Durrant in the European Classic in Blackpool before losing out in the quarterfinals to Wesley Harms, the Dutchman who's here.
$134.
2 treble 19s for Daryl, sandwiched by a single 20.
100.
Not on a finish.
No, he's
but
got
he's
six.
favourite to take the leg again.
Absolutely, he's got 6 darts from here.
$99.
Well, that's not bad.
Bottom of the round, 25. Daryl, you require
So this for the break of
76.
throw. Double 18.
40. Voted you require 40.
Well, he's not been hitting his doubles, Daryl, but he hasn't been punished yet. Another dart, a double 16.
15.
Still the Dutch youngster looking for his first
Daryl, you
leg of the
require
match.
36.
Big Daryl, the man from the northwest. Double 18. Come on, he says.
Yeah,
That's more like it.
than the first line. Daryl
And that's a
Fitton.
break of throw. Ahead
Second
again.
leg is Daryl the throw first. Game on.
4 legs played, 4 legs won by the 54-year-old. 10th seed this year. Reached the semi-finals in 2005.
140.
He was
And
struggling.
more memorably in
Sorry.
2009 when he lost to his great mate Tony O'Shea.
He was struggling a bit. Sorry, Vaes. He was struggling a bit physically when he was at the
79.
World Trophy, and so no, as the tournament unwound, he was finding it a real test. But he seems to have sorted himself out. And I spoke to him earlier, and he said, "No complaints. I've been practicing well, throwing well, and I fancy the job." And he's a 33-to-1 shot.
60.
Yeah, he does have a darts Vader. He does have a bit of a feel about him this year, doesn't he?
He knows he's throwing well. And that's giving him confidence. But you can't get 33-to-1 on him now.
One of the round, 34.
So 81,
Daryl,
2-0.
For an 11-dart leg, potentially. 15 for double 8. Can he do it in 12?
65.
Time though, isn't he, Vaes? Because Vaes is... well, he's throwing badly. That's more like it. That's going to put him into the leg, potentially.
Daryl, you require 16.
There are the
That's
8.
King Shaw to the second line. Daryl Fitton.
There's
Third leg is voted to throw first. Game
a
on.
5th leg in a row for Daryl Fitton.
100.
Vaes isn't throwing doubles. He's not had too many opportunities, so can't blame missing doubles on dragging his average down, and he's only just nudged over 80, and that at any sort of level isn't good enough, and Fitton is hitting these big numbers.
5-ton 40s, 2 180s already from Daryl Fitton. He's missed 11 doubles, but hasn't been punished.
There's the big scores. Look at the disparity between the two, and that underlines what we're saying.
70.
Checkouts. Well, Vaes has yet to get a leg, so that's 0.
90.
If he does lose this leg, a 6th in a row, there will be a short break, and no doubt who needs that more.
Well, he needs to give his head a shake, doesn't he?
58.
Get behind and regroup. Probably get off the stage, just go and maybe splash some water on his face or whatever, and just get some concentration. Look, the body language is awful at the moment, Vaes.
Yeah, no question. It's almost panicking up there. Daryl will be enjoying things.
140.
It will be now, because 110 is a very makeable checkout.
140.
And is this for the set?
Daryl, you require 110.
Treble 18 for double 18. So, 51
58.
points Vaes needs, and he does need them.
It's an absolute must. Double 16. He's got to get this. And at last he has. Phew, I can do it after all.
It was his sixth dart. His sixth dart at double 16 and his eighth at a double in total. Phew.
96.
You always feel for anybody in any sport when they get up there and they know they can play, but for whatever reason they just don't do themselves justice.
55.
And at the moment this lad is falling very definitely into that sort of bracket.
It's what they say about the Lakeside stage, though. Can do funny things
60.
to even the very best.
Fitton's got to keep his focus though. Still a way to go, first to 3 for that place in the next round.
140.
And Vaes, having had that double 16 at last, there's signs that he's flickering into life.
$56. $93.
Andy last darts, but still not on a checkout.
A place in round 2 against either Dean Reynolds, the 7th seed from Wales, or Pip Blackwell from England awaits. But the players who win on Saturday afternoon, you know, they don't play until
85.
Wednesday or Thursday. So that's a very lovely 3 or 4 days just to enjoy the darts and know that your job's done.
60.
Get away and practice. Some choose to practice in the hotel, some choose to practice in a very pleasant little working men's club down at the bottom of the hill here in Frimley Green. A bit away from the boisterous atmosphere of the Lakeside International Hotel. And Fitton's under pressure here.
99. Daryl Unicorn 144.
Well, this could be a significant leg. If Vaes can win this one
56.
and then hold his throw, all of a sudden
54.
it's one set apiece.
Tops now. This could put a very different complexion on it, and suddenly it's 2 apiece. And Vaes now, with that break, has the darts in the deciding leg of the set. Amazing how the complexion of a game can change so quickly. Looked for all the world as though Vaes was just struggling massively to find his game, and that double 16,
59.
since then, he's looked like a different man.
Seems suddenly to be enjoying himself. He's got a spring in his step.
And Daryl's just lost his mojo for the moment.
Things can change so quickly in a game of darts, especially
140.
in a race to 3 sets.
Fitton was averaging close to a ton and over 90 for the opening set and well into the second set. Now he's dropped down to 85%, 85 rather average, and a 31% checkout.
55.
And Vaes, his numbers are improving all the time.
Well, it's his scoring that's letting him down. Daryl Fitton,
Yeah.
over the past couple of legs, hasn't had a dart at a double. Where are the trebles gone?
There.
Well, there's one.
134.
And there's another.
Quality darts from Fitton, but he's a way back.
95.
Vaes, first one on to a finish. He'll come back with darts to take the set. Fitton keeping him honest with a brilliant visit. Brilliant. Good as a maximum. Now 107 for the set.
Can't finish.
42.
So,
Daryl Unicorn 92.
Break on. And for the set. Great dart. Double 16. Here he's looking for it. And that's for the set, and he takes it, 92. Having completely lost his way, suddenly he finds what's required, and wow to Vaes. He must have thought, you can see by the look on his face, he must have thought that he had that one in the bag. He thought that he was right back into it. Daryl Fitton had lost his way. But then, when it counted, he came storming back with that finish and goes to the break. 2-0 up, only one more set required. Well done, Daryl.
So a 92 checkout for the second set. He's 2-0 up. Is Daryl marching on to yet another lakeside victory? Or can Vaes somehow stop the onslaught? Let's rejoin your commentators, John and Vassos.
Well, it certainly looks as though he's going to win it, doesn't it, Vassos? He's motoring along nicely. Had a bit of a blip in that last set, but he still managed to tuck it away.
Just when we thought Vaes may have found a way back into the match after a really nervy start to his debut. He missed his first 8 darts at a double. Managed to level the second set at 2 legs apiece, but then the 92 checkout, that may be the significant moment of this first round match.
Yeah, so we're winning sets and winning legs when you've seemingly lost your way a little bit, as it looked very much as though Daryl Fitton had. Very popular with the crowd, and they've been, well, he'd been away on that commercial break. They've been singing away. There's only one Daryl Fitton, and walking in a Fitton wonderland, you know, all the old favourites.
Yeah, as you saw from the walk-ons, there are a few more popular players.
114.
That would have got them on their feet had he persuaded the third dart into the treble 20. He's had 2 maximums already, Daryl Fitton.
96.
Cover shot.
Had good success on the treble 19 today.
Just about level pegging. Fitton, first leg of this third set, first to 3, taking that place in the next round against either Dean Reynolds or Pip Blackwell. They're going to be playing themselves for a place in round 2.
55.
He really is quick, isn't he, Vaes? But Daryl playing at his own pace. Had a drink of water. Ambles up to the oche.
Nothing's going to hurry him, is it?
No, now he's ready to throw. Throw when I'm ready. Had a couple of disappointing visits to the oche this leg. A 41 and a 44, but a couple of good darts. Leaves him on a finish.
Yeah, and that fabulous cover shot again. Setting it up for 62. Nice finish.
62.
Looking at treble 10. So 12 leaves tops for the opening leg of the third set.
That's game short on the first leg.
Beautifully done.
Daryl Fitton. Second leg is voted a true first. Game on.
This is must hold for the Dutchman.
140.
Good start. Went through a little run, Daryl Fitton, where he lost to an eventual finalist 6 times in 7 years between 2004 and 2010, including twice in the first round. Also lost to Dennis Harbour in the first round here last year.
Yeah, that wasn't exactly a crackerjack match, was it? Dennis is some degrees slower than Big Daryl.
134.
He's slower than most things.
60.
Good player, though.
Very good player.
A rueful shake of the head. Knows that that was a chance to really get a grip of this second leg, which slightly went begging, but Vaes not capitalising. Who wants it? Dart. Fill it up. Oh, unlucky, just kissed the barrel, seemingly destined for another treble 20.
But he'll be back with 87 for a break of throw and to move to within one leg of the match.
You'd fancy him. That's double 5 now.
82. Back to the Unicorn, 153.
Well, it can be done. Not anymore, it can't.
60.
He's had a bad time of it this afternoon. Fitton then 5. Takes the 3 out first. Double 1 now for 2 legs to 0. Oh, nicely done. Well, he only needs 1 more and that's game over.
Third leg is dead on the 21st. Game on.
And he has the darts.
But unlucky. Crowd loving it as ever. Always a cracking atmosphere here in Frimley Green.
60.
But when the players are throwing, they're very good. The best of order.
Bob Potter, the owner of this complex. He'll be watching on somewhere, I'm sure, either behind stage or somewhere in the auditorium. Loves his darts as well as being the man who's behind this venue.
100.
Has sponsored the tournament for the past few years as well.
Very proud of his involvement in the darting sport.
100. 83.
So Fitton, 194. Vaes is on a checkout, but a long way, a big ask. 167. We saw Glenn Durrant get that earlier on. Well, you never know, this would be a good time to find it.
Darrell's only on 140, so treble 19 for bullseye. Oh, come on then. Unlucky, good try.
140 for Fitton. Looking at treble 20. Oh no, you went the 18 route. Well, this is not what was required.
42.
Well, advantage Vaes.
Last chance. He's blocked most of the bed.
Dear me. 98. A leg that would win in the match. 98, this is for it. Great dart. Double 19, going straight at it. Not there now.
82.
Is he going to go straight for the double 17 again? You feel he has to. Last chance.
No score.
Well, it was close. Would it have been better going a different route? Double 8 then for the match now for Darrell Fitton. The 54-year-old crowd favourite. And he gets the win. Yes, his daughter celebrates, his fans in the crowd celebrate. Poor old Wouter Vaes. He was never really in it, Vasos.
He really wasn't. He won 2 legs in the second set, but that was it for the Dutch debutant, Darrell Fitton. Easy as you like. It's through to the second round.
Darrell Fitton, the crowd love him. They'd like to see him deep go into this tournament, and he reckons that he's in good enough shape, good enough form, practicing well enough, hard enough to go all the way in this tournament. Well, we will see. A sympathetic round of applause he gives to Wouter Vaes. Darrell Fitton is through into round 2, and a bit of a madness celebration somewhere.
Well, our last live match promised much, and Daryl delivered once again. All the reaction to that and today's other matches in a couple of minutes.